So the Five Nights at Freddy's movie just received its biggest update yet, with the latest in T. West's most recent horror trilogy getting some major casting news. Let's talk about it, and let me explain. Now, just recently, the first picture or screenshot from Blumhouse's Five Nights at Freddy's was just shared, and it's cool. In the screenshot, Freddy, or Golden Freddy, can be seen standing in front of the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria with a little kid. I've seen some say it's Freddy and some say it's Golden Freddy. A user on Twitter did bring up that the animatronic seems to be missing an ear like Golden Freddy, so it makes sense, and that it looks like a tint of gold can be seen. Either way, it's still cool to see our first official look at one of the animatronics, even if it's just a view from the back. The little kid is said to be Abigail, or it's said a lot on Twitter and from replies to be Abigail. It truly can be any kid, since an insane amount of child actors and kids have been cast for the movie or film. Abigail is apparently Mike's younger sister. Mike Schmidt is the security guard in the movie, aka the protagonist. So it makes sense to put someone close to our main character in danger, and that danger being the pizzeria's animatronics like Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, all of that, Golden Freddy, Foxy. Let me know who you think this little kid is and if you agree it's Abigail. Next, the plot synopsis or whatever is with us, and it reads: the film follows a troubled security guard as he begins working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. While spending his first night on the job, he realizes the night shift at Freddy's won't be so easy to make it through. I'll assume the troubled aspect is the whole mall fight that we touched on or talked about in a previous video. I'll link that video down below. I truly cannot wait to see Mike Schmidt's first night inside Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, seeing Foxy, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, all of them, Golden Freddy, although I'm not sure if he'll be seen until kind of further into the film or movie, but it'll just be so cool to see that, first night inside of, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and seeing all of them moving around. I cannot wait to see the set in general, because a bunch of the content creators or YouTubers that visited the Five Nights at Freddy's set did mention how it's huge in scale, very detailed, and just everything you would imagine, the cast being extremely nice, and everyone seems to really care about the property and the video game and it being converted and adapted into a film/movie. There was a full video by, I think, 8-Bit Ryan that I'll make sure to link down below that covers the full visit, or the content creator and YouTuber full visit to the Five Nights at Freddy's set, so be sure to check that out if you want to. I'm very excited for the first trailer and more screenshots to come out and be shared with us. It's just recently wrapped filming, or it's recently just wrapped filming and is now in post-production, editing and such, so I could see more of that coming down the pipeline to its release date, which has also been shared with us recently, and it's October 27th, 2023, so this year, and around that perfect Halloween time, which I really cannot wait for. I can't wait for it. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is something I never thought would happen. After years of playing the video games and seeing all the fan projects and movies, we finally get to see an official movie. Next is the Maxxxine cast list. Some big names in horror and big names in general are here and attached to the project and attached to the movie, like Elizabeth Debicki, Moses Sumney, Michelle Monaghan, Bobby Cannavale, Lily Collins, Hazley, Giancarlo Esposito, and Kevin Bacon. I'm very aware I probably butchered 99% of those names, but I'm not good with names. What can I say? Of course, I'm excited for all the cast members, but I know Giancarlo Esposito and Kevin Bacon's work the most. Of course, Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad, and Kevin Bacon from that recent They/Them film that I still have not checked out and really want to, although I've heard some shaky things about it. And of course, Tremors, a really good monster horror movie and all of that. I still need to see Pearl, but I have seen X already and everything, and it's a really good movie, and I still need to see Pearl. But obviously, or at least I think you don't need to see Pearl to enjoy Maxxxine, since I think Pearl is a prequel to X and all of the things that happen in X. But I guess we'll see. Although based off of reviews and what people have said about Pearl, I'd still recommend it, of course, and I can't wait to see it myself before, of course, seeing Maxxxine, which I really cannot wait to see how they continue the story after X. I almost forgot to include that Five Nights at Freddy's movie, or the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, will also be dropping same day as theater on Peacock. So that'll be cool, and means you can expect a review from me, because, I would not miss it for the world, or wouldn't miss it for the world. Also, apparently, as a little update, apparently Matthew Lillard said in an interview for the Five Nights at Freddy section of the video. Matthew Lillard said in an interview or while talking to someone or somewhere that apparently the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the Blumhouse Five Nights at Freddy's horror movie, all of that is based off of the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's video games, which will make sense when getting into the next section, which is apparently some actors and actresses have been casted for the voices and motion capture and motion of the, like, you know, kind of Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics, like Foxy, Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, the Puppet Boy or the Balloon Boy and everything, and a bunch of others. Springtrap, I think. That one I don't know 100%, but some other animatronics having cast that are mentioned and seen in the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's video games. So that's all I want to talk about in the video. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the Five Nights at Freddy's, like, you know, movie news, first official look, and plot synopsis and all of that? Are you excited for it, and will you be seeing the movie? And lastly, are you hyped and excited for the Maxxxine movie and cast list? As per usual, all sources will be linked down below. But thanks for watching. Peace, my amigos, and peace out.